And good morning to the three beautiful people who are tuning in to this morning's stream. The probably first ever Wrong Side Simulations After Dark stream. I was trying to fly the 737 earlier today, or I guess technically yesterday, and I got a lot of crashed desktops. It wasn't working. So I decided to slip on out of bed without the girlfriend knowing and try to give it another shot. So far, so good. Also bought some weather presets so we get some good snow stuff, because I'm kind of ready for wintertime. I don't know about y'all, and I don't know where y'all live, so it might be different for y'all, but here in Orlando, wintertime is the best time of year. Perfect temperatures to sit out by the fire, drink a beer, but it's not like freezing cold, just need a light jacket kind of thing. I'm ready for that shit. So we're gonna do winter ops. It is a fictional, actually it's a futuristic day. It is December 7th 2022, which is my birthday, and I have it on a preset for like not blizzard but like snowstorm. Not a lot of snow right now, although we haven't sat on the ground for about 20-25 minutes, so I think the weather is still dynamic and still changes, but whatever. So let's see, saw you're at Denver. I'm actually on my way there now, about half an hour away, doing a long haul while I study stuff for my CFI. Nice. Where are you flying in from? I'm sure I could probably find you on Volanta, but sweet. So and also when do you take your CFI? Got a good friend of mine that's CFI, said it was one of the hardest things he had to do. So anyways, we are Southwest Airlines Flight 9100. It's going to be an empty repo for the most part from Denver to Salt Lake City. So I'm thinking we're going to depart in snowy conditions, and from there, once we shoot the approach into Salt Lake, see if we can't turn it on some nice foggy preset and shoot a low vis approach. For those of you who have been following my channel for a while, you know that I am a real world Airbus flight dispatcher and not a Southwest or 737 dispatcher. So if we were flying Airbus, I would look like a pro, and well, for the most part, and look like I know what I'm doing with, you know, flows and checklists and briefings and all that shit, but not so much in the 7.3. We're just going to wing it, and it's going to be a fun, casual kind of flight compared to what I usually do. Usually it's a little more serious type of style, but this one's going to be just fun and casual. So we are cold and dark on a remote part of the ramp, and so we'll get the airplane fired up, bring it to life, get some heat going in this thing. And change that song. Alright, let's go nav. Because I don't have flows for this airplane, I pretty much just go panel by panel. But the sounds aren't very loud. No, we are not flying on VATSIM since we are flying on like a weather preset. They want to be on VATSIM. screwing stuff up. So we're off that tip, but we are running live traffic. Hopefully that kind of fills in the gap and makes it look a little better. Sounds, but it is. There we go. That's better. All right. So let's go. How's that updated? I just updated the nav database. Piece of shit. Alright, KDen. KSLC. And we are SWA 9100. We're departing off runway 8. Zimmer 3 departure, Chingy transition, and to Salt Lake, playing an ILS, we'll say 16 right for now, on the Leahy 5, KR transition. Part on a vector 083 heading. Go ahead and get that in there. It's snowing now. And then working our way down, join up to Sid and Star. Vector, cool, activate that. Climb, we're gonna go up to 340. Pretty light, so get up there pretty easy. Zero fuel weight, it's a nice light 94,000 pounds. Throw that in there. Reserve fuel, we're looking at 2.8. Cost index of 60. Cruise winds 268 at 40. Well, actually, that's live, so who knows what it is. We're using a weather preset. We're just throwing the live stuff. Temperature's minus 44. We're going to knock some off of that because it's winter time now, so let's go minus 54. And execute. And 1. Because it is going to be a snowy contaminated runway, we'll be departing Toga. We'll climb 1. Flaps. Let's go flaps 5. Realistically, probably be flaps 1. Who cares? 117, 118, and 129. Cool. Top altitude is 230. Alright, what else we got? Let's go. We're gonna need terrain, traffic, radio when we come into land. Alright. Oh, coming from Boston. Okay, yeah, that's a lengthy little flight. A few more weeks till check ride. We're getting freshened up on some of the topics from. Nice. What aircraft type do you usually fly? I was gonna try to do GSX. Let's see if we can control delete. Kill Cuddle, restart it. So we get GSX to come up and see if we can't get de-iced before departing. We'll let the ground power maintenance go. Air conditioning unit's just now wanting to pull up. Ah, 172, nice. Captain Evos, good morning. At least good morning here from the States. Nasty weather. I'm sure these guys are freezing their asses off. I don't know why this says it's arriving, because it's sitting out there. Alright, let's see if we can get some GSX. Nice. Alrighty, well I think we're probably about ready to button up, right? Y'all dipper on now. Center tank fuel, nope. See, this is, I'm not going to be able to get this to go away because it says that it's arriving, although it's already there. There we go. Alright, let's see if we can get some GSX de-icing. Additional services. Nope. Go back. Where's the de-ice at? I thought I had de-ice. Refueling, boarding, pushback, departure, no jetways, upright stairs, additional services. I don't see any de-icing. Oh well, we tried. How much GSX have held off on getting it? So I wonder if everyone's taking. Well, it's one of those kind of things. It's such a complex and complicated product, especially with Microsoft's not being like the most friendly platform, I guess. I don't know. I think it takes time to set up. There are people who are going and like setting up GSX profiles for individual airports, so that like all the parking spaces work the way they're supposed to. It's not super hard to set up individual parking spots. Like I kind of went in and set up a few things in this parking spot before starting the stream. It's not hard. It's a little bit time consuming depending on what you're trying to do. Like the other day, I did a stream out of Jackson Hole, and I wanted the passengers to walk out of the terminal all the way across the ramp and into the airplane. And so it took a few minutes to it was my first time doing it, so there was the learning curve. But setting the waypoints for the passengers to walk. But for me to be able to look out of the cockpit door in the Phoenix and see physical passengers like walking into the cabin of the airplane, it's worth the price. It's not perfect yet. I'm sure it's going to get there. Updates will come. I don't think the 737-800 is really compatible yet. I think it's something, because the airplane wasn't around, the makers of FS Dream Team for GSX probably didn't really make compatibility with it yet. So I've been hearing people talk about it's not great with the 737-800, but like it's fine with the 6 and 700. So I like it. If you got an extra $30, I'd say it's worth it. But again, it's not perfect yet, so if you want to hold off a while, it's not the worst idea. Alright, so I believe doors are closed. Yep, doors closed, everything's buttoned up. Everything looks like we are ready to go. Don't know what our landing altitude is. 4223. Alrighty, let's fire them up. We're just going to turn out. Roller number 1. I am looking forward to much smoother frame rates with this airplane than the Phoenix. Oh yeah, Wiley, I see you out there. United 448, Eastern Nebraska. Turn out to the left. Right, got a good start on number 1. Cool. And let's get on out of here, shall we? It's been a hot minute since I've flown this airplane. Alina, good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Airplane definitely does not turn as good. Business. Not good. Alright, so there is live traffic taxiing around, so gotta really be careful. Checking those lefts and rights, making sure that I'm not going to smash into anybody. Guys, if you can, please smash that like button. Definitely helps with the algorithm. And if I earn your subscription and you enjoy the content, I hope that you will subscribe as well. Not sure why that kicked off. Now usually during the day, I'm going to have a little more time. I set up, I usually have two cameras set up. I've got one for my face, and I also got one on the flight controls as well. Tonight, since this was kind of a spur of the moment type thing, I've only got the one camera set up. Starting to slide there for a second. vectoring ourselves up and over to our first fix, because it is directly behind the runway we're taking off of. Not really sure. I guess the traffic is live, so it doesn't really take into account what the weather conditions are that I have set up. We'll take off and depart on runway heading, and then make a northbound turn until we clear this traffic, and then after that we'll go direct to Ralphie, our first fix. Am seeing that I don't really like is this guy right here. It says it's at 10,000 feet, so ain't worried about him. And again, guys, we are not on VATSIM since I'm running not live weather. I didn't want to interfere with anything on VATSIM, so we're just flying with live traffic on to kind of fill that gap. Still have some traffic moving around. Alright, wish me luck, because I'm not the best Boeing pilot out there. Super light, so we're gonna climb like a damn rocket.
Nuts. V1T. Positive rate of climb.
Jeremy, appreciate you subscribing, my friend. I don't know what airplane's doing right now. Something weird going on. No. Not really trusting the heading thing, so let's go to LNAV. great. Definitely some nasty weather. Oof, that's pretty. Yes, Jeremy, man, thank you so much for joining. Absolutely, very much grateful for that. Hopefully, I earned your subscription. Man, we are getting kicked around. Doesn't seem. This isn't like normal behavior. The winds are like, that's not even realistic winds. Can we delete this one? I don't know. This one's getting better. That's definitely not realistic. I'm not really liking how close we're getting down to that. So we'll level off here, try to pick up some speed. Try to figure out something to do with that wind, because that's just not going to work. Yeah, see, that's a weird wind thing with that weather preset. Let's get this brightened back up. Did y'all see that altitude tape just like fluctuate? Take it up to our final cruise of 34. And we are planning to do a low vis approach into Salt Lake. Hopefully the winds aren't like what that was just doing. Put the spurs on her, Chuck. Good morning, Robert. What you doing up this early? Are you working this morning? We're up all night with wrong side simulations. That's right. Bringing you the best content at the wrong time of day. So pop through this cloud. We'll turn the engine anti-ice off. Has your pitot heat any MEL going to mess with your airspeed? Pitot heat should be good. I did think about that. But it was all the winds. I don't know if you could even see the wind direction arrow on the nav display, but it was like swirling around, going all sorts of directions. So it was throwing the airplane around. Getting ready for work, making coffee. The coffee part's nice. The work part not so much. That reminds me, I've got to check some routes myself. As you know, myself and Susan are responsible for the international and domestic delivery flights. So the other night I built some routes from Keflavik to Detroit, Goose Bay to Detroit, and then Goose Bay to Melbourne. And she was like going in and cross-checking everything and kind of adding in some other intermediate airports and that kind of stuff. So there's a few things I need to go and that she asked me to double check. It was kind of fun building routes from Keflavik. So we can use our brand new fancy schmancy window shades that Pmdg just added. Where's the... I know there was one. It was like one that slid across. Where's that one at? We can move these little lights around as well. Kind of cool, I guess. Where's that window shade? He was moving around. Cockpit. If anybody knows where that is. Yep. Do have the HUD on the captain's side. I fly on the right seat, hence the name Wrong Side Simulations. Where we fly from the wrong side of the airplane, the right seat. Because you know everybody in flight sim wants to be the captain. They want to fly left seat. I strive to be a little different. But we might actually, maybe we'll fly from this side of the airplane during our low vis approach. The HUD will definitely come in handy. Check it out. Whoops. Hey, not gonna lie, that's a little fun. Where's the other one at? On this side? Pretty cool. How far over you gotta move that thing? That's weird. Pretty neat. I like it. Was actually sitting on this wing just the other day. Yep. International route building fun. Kind of was. I don't have a whole lot of experience with, like, outside of, you know, our area of operations going Central South America. But like building routes coming in and out of Europe, I don't have a whole lot of experience with. So like when I have to go build routes from Toulouse to Hamburg to Keflavik, dealing with Euro control is going to be a whole new thing for me. But it'd be pretty cool. I'm willing to learn it. So I can show y'all some cool little pictures I took the other day on Southwest. This was the wing. It was when we were departing out of Dallas Love Field. They had a lot of rain showers and weather around, so it had a nice little cloud base. The sun was going down. It was quite pretty. And it took some black and white shots too. Look at that. That actually looks like you could frame that, hang it on the wall. It's pretty cool. I think I have the takeoff as well. Have to show you a video of us landing in Dallas, Fort Worth. Nasty weather. We got rerouted west of San Antonio, and then had to hold for 20 minutes. Rotate. That was pretty neat. And then for those of you who don't know, this is Southwest Airlines dispatch center, so to speak. We got dispatch and maintenance control and crew scheduling and basically the beating heart of the airline. Massive office, and it's actually about to expand down to 2 floors. It's currently 1, and they're relocating some folks lower. And here's landing in Dallas. We're cutting through some humid air. And it was a super smooth landing. Everybody even started to clap. I don't really get applause whenever I land airplanes, but the weather was pretty nasty.
That's a preparation for arrival into Dallas Fort Worth. Please make sure that your seatbelt is secure and fastened. Your tray table has been put away, and all your carry-on items have been securely stowed. At these time, please discontinue the use of a laptop, computers, or electronic devices. If you are sitting next to a preparation for
got some pictures too. So this was while we were holding for Dallas. Some nasty weather off to our east. And as soon as we started holding, I could kind of tell. I could feel the airplane was starting to hold. The engines were starting to work a little harder. And of course, captain comes on, lets us know that we're holding. It's going to be a few minutes. And so I think to myself, like, you know what? I bet they've got traffic stacked up. And sure enough, as soon as I thought that, there goes United right overhead, 1,000 feet above. Then there goes Southwest, 1,000 feet below. They had us all stacked up. It was pretty cool. Those my cowboy boots. I had some more high top pictures. There you go. So obviously you can tell the airplane's kind of banked, so we're starting our turn in the hold. And we got some thunderstorm clouds. And if anybody ever becomes an airline pilot and start flying high altitude, if you see an anvil like this, do not fly under it, because that is where the hail is usually at. Never fly into or under an anvil cloud. There you go, there's some more. It was nasty. I was talking with Jeff. Did you meet Scott and Garrett? We did. We chatted with them after the conference was done. Both of them were super nice. Probably two of the easier to talk to kind of guys in that room. But man, it was unbelievable how much knowledge and experience was in that room. And we were in there with like senior managers and directors and project developers, like all these like other positions I never even heard of. In fact, I'm pretty sure the guy who the FAA inspector that or examiner that I took my dispatch test with, I'm pretty sure he was sitting in there too. But yeah, it was crazy the people that were sitting in there. I mean, I was sitting at the table with the director of dispatch, Southwest Airlines, as well as basically like the GCVP of Southwest. He was sitting at our table as well. I kept my mouth shut and learned. I was not going to make myself sound stupid amongst those folks. Alright, so if we change the preset back to snowy, Arctic chill, we'll go with that for now. Oops. Dang, now Pilot's Life is going to read that I oversped and it's going to take points from me. Oh well. So we got somebody we're about to pass. Yeah, I just saw there's his lights. Why do the lights go away when I zoom in? That's dumb. Traffic. Well, you got the traffic right there off of our right side. Zooming on by. There it goes. Alright, let's start programming the airplane for arrival because I'll forget. I'm used to Airbus where everything is automatic. So ILS frequency is going to be 111.9. Course is 164. Oh, by the way, Robert, are you still on here? Let me know if you're still on. I've got a little something to tell you. plan this thing out. Just so that you're aware, obviously management folks as a whole get the parking passes, the employee parking passes. So we've been given, basically dispatch managers have been given 2, and OEMs have been given 2 as well. For the time being, until myself and Radley come up with a better way, so far I've hid them under like the mount of the center monitor on the OEM desk. So in the event that you need one, or need to, I don't know, give one to another manager or something like that, that's where they're at. I know the OEMs have like those little filing cabinets. Maybe that would be something to look into. The Jeff got a little irritated with Brandon that they were locked up and not accessible whenever I needed to get one for the conference. And so for the time being, I have 2 and Radley has 2, but we just left all 4 of them at work in case somebody needs to get to them. Let's see, let's step through this and see how this looks. Cool. I like that. That will work. Damn. We got somebody off our nose. 1,000 feet high. And this is why we fly it, there he goes, right off the right side. Don't know if we'll see him in this view. But yeah, that's why if you're going to the west, you fly it even. If you go to the east, you fly it odd. That way you got that 1,000 foot separation. RVSM, reversed, or not reversed, reduced vertical separation minima. Let's see, fix, where's the fix button? I'm going to do KSLC. And we're going to do a 7-mile range ring. Remember how to do it in the Boeing. And we want to extend our center line. We want to do final approach fix, which is Binker. And then we're going to run off the opposite end of the runway, which will give us a heading of 344. And so now if we go to plan, we step through. Actually, we can already see it. So there's the center line that we just drew out. And there is our range ring. Perfect. Definitely looks cold and frosty down there. Finally start my descent into Denver. Nice. That's always the best feeling, especially after a long flight when you're just about there. Because let's be real, like the only fun parts of flight simming for the most part is takeoff and landing. But I do enjoy the strategy and like making sure everything is set up correctly. We got a good strategy going in. We know what we're going to do when we get close. When we cross this fix, we're going to make this turn to this heading and da da da. I enjoy the strategy of it, which is weird because I'm not a person that likes to think. I hate thinking. When I think, that's when stuff gets messed up. But it's also kind of weird because my entire career is built off of thinking. That's all flight dispatch is thinking and strategy and planning ahead. I'm gonna be tired for my haircut tomorrow or today, but oh well, it's worth it for some simming. So what I want to do, I'll probably set the visibility to shit. I guess maybe when I start coming down, or as we start getting close to that valley that Salt Lake sits in, just to make it a little dicey. Sure is a pretty shot right there. Yeah, I agree. I like cruising in the Phoenix because you just got that perfect hum of those CFM engines that whoa, 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 whoa. Should have put me to sleep. Gotcha. Yeah, that's that is what you would call tankering, which obviously is a fuel saving strategy, but we do the same thing as dispatchers. If we think that we can take enough fuel to round trip it, we will. But there's other factors that we have to take in consideration, like if you plan a shit ton of gas going to wherever you're going, and then all of a sudden, say like that aircraft has a maintenance issue and they tail swap onto a different aircraft. Well, now, because you were taking so much gas on your airplane, now wherever that airplane is going to be going once it's fixed, now it might be overweight for landing or takeoff, depending on whatever factor. So we have to be very careful when we do round trip tanker, but there's a lot of places where, at least I guess before current times, where like going to the Dominican Republic, gas was super expensive out of there. So like going to Santo Domingo, places like that, I would typically round trip tanker, and I would even take enough gas that coming back, because it was always a night flight, and especially in the wintertime there was a threat of fog coming back to Lauderdale, so I would typically round trip tanker enough gas to have a pretty decent alternate and some holding fuel just in case. Oh man, look who it is, Sir Jim. I'm guessing you're at work, right? This should be day 2 of 2 for you this week, correct? Nonetheless, man, good morning. Welcome aboard. Hope you have a great day at work. And thanks for coming to hang out, dude. It's always good to see you in the chat. Can't say I haven't passed out on the way for a long haul. Just here, no. Always liked the dispatch end of airlines. I got a minor in that. Oh, hell yeah. So do you, with having a minor in that, do you have your dispatch certificate? Nice, Jim. Enjoy your almost 40 flights. I'm sure that's probably about how many flights you got today. Tell you what, it's getting really hot in my computer room. Sorry, dude. What kind of issues are you anticipating today at work? I'm gonna pull up COSPA. Take a look at COSPA, see what it's showing. Gotcha, Wiley. It's definitely a good idea. I know when I was in dispatch school, there was, man, we had, now, if you could take the ADX without having to do the class stuff, like if you think you could pass it, you can skip the first 3 out of the 5 weeks of dispatch school. But those last 3 weeks we would have, we had like active first officers from like Envoy, we had active captains, we had retired captains, a lot of aviation experience were in there, and they were getting their dispatch license because they were looking for a change of pace. They were kind of tired of the constant living out of a suitcase, being away from home, being away from their family, kind of thing. So they were getting their dispatch license to dispatch instead. Although I'm sure that once they saw what the pay scale was like at a regional, where they probably wouldn't have to start at a regional. They could probably go to a major if they're obviously a airline pilot. But nonetheless, I'm sure they didn't go to no regional. In fact, they probably just ended up staying pilots. Everything that can go wrong. So, Jim, are y'all having IT issues this morning? That would be the worst way to start. 8 hours from now, COSPA actually doesn't look too bad. Just a typical Gulf scattered thunderstorms, AR thunderstorms. That's mostly about it in 8 hours. Looks pretty consistent for the day, other than those thunderstorms in South Dakota. Well, hopefully the weather treats you good. Naturally. It's always freaking IT issues, man. Always. Dude, it's so hot in this room. The fan that I use during the day when I stream is in the bedroom. So I don't really have a way of moving the air around. We got about 80 miles, just shy of 80 miles to top of descent. So we'll be on our way down before too long. Oh yeah, Wiley. Absolutely. That's the thing that sucks about trying to become an airline pilot. It's just, man, it's so many hours. So are you building up to 1,500 or 1,000? Because I know there's some like universities and whatnot that that are accredited or whatever, and you only have to get 1,000 hours. How much total time are you having to build up to? But that's what I was going to do. The VA was going to send me to college and get my aviation degree, and we don't have to pay for anything. And then the government changed it from airline mandated to government mandated of 1,500 hours, and the VA was like, nope, we ain't doing that shit. Okay. 1000. At least you got that going for you. Imagine tacking on another 500 hours on top of your 750. That'd be a pain in the ass. Man, airplane just looks good. I guess what I should be doing too is seeing if we've got any Cat 2, Cat 3 approaches for 16 right. We've got a ILS runway 16 right special authorization. Wow, so they don't have any Cat 3s. Oh yeah, they do. 3-4 right. 3-4 left. Okay, 16 right does have a Cat 3. Nice. Cat 3B, cool. I just don't remember how to set it up in the 7.3 for a Cat 3. We got the little thingamajig. Yeah, we got that. Let me see. Elevation. Let's see. Elevation's 4223. I don't know. I guess that'll work. I don't know shit about HGS or whatever. Alright, man. Hope you have a good landing. Let me know how that goes. Hell, stream it on your Discord if you like. I'll even watch it. Oh yeah. Got it pulled up. Give me a little in-flight entertainment. 1000 here. I'll get rid of my face while we watch this buttery sauce roll on in. Miracle, it's Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Right now we're watching our good friend Wiley 4J that we see in the chat, watching his landing into Denver. We'll be, as soon as he lands, we're going to be switching back over to my airplane, and we'll be starting our descent into Salt Lake City. We're going to shoot a low visibility approach with mountainous terrain all around. Stay tuned for that. And we got a 12 knot tailwind. In real life, we're having to go around for that. I believe the max tailwind on a 7.3 is 10 knots, if I remember correctly from dispatch school. Nice. That's going to be a little bit harder to slow down because that tailwind does not help at all. Hey, attaboy. Very nice, very nice. And we have started our way down into Salt Lake. So we'll stow our little shades. We'll just leave that one back here. Oof, zero visibility. Ain't no problem with that, man. That's the fun in a simulator. Doing things you can't do in real life. Like earlier last night, just messing around on the sim. I know this guy. What is going on, Ilya? Thank you for your subscription, good sir. I appreciate it. Hopefully you'll enjoy the content. Well, we are descending into Salt Lake City, and it's going to be zero visibility. That's what this weather preset says. I checked like an hour ago before descent, and they were out 290. I gotcha. Yeah, man. Like last night, I was just kind of making sure everything worked with the sim, and I may or may not have taken off of a taxiway in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and then flew the airplane like a fighter. That's the fun in a simulator. Get those sounds turned back up. Alright, so the altimeter is going to be, I think it was 2974. Yeah. It's a little different since we're not flying with live weather like we usually do. 2974. I don't like, these are conjoined. I don't like that. But it'll work for now. So the question is, do we use the HUD from the left seat, or do we do it like a damn boss and fly the airplane from the right seat, like the channel suggests that we should? So one of the things that we won't see is we're going to be down in a valley with pretty high mountainous terrain to our left and right. We won't be able to see that terrain, which kind of sucks, but we'll save that for another one. Another stream. So I don't know how well it works. Let's see, we're crossing drive. So let me check my. So I downloaded some SimBrief profiles that I found on Flightsimpm.2, and let's see how accurate it is. It's supposed to be crossing with 5 8.8 right now. And we got 8.3. Actually, I tacked on some extra gas, to be honest. Like an extra 2,000 pounds, so it'd still be 1,000 underburn. But I can send you the link to those profiles if you want it. Man, this is about to be, this is pretty. Oh, look at that. Screenshots. Screenshots for the thoughts. We've had engine any ice on the entire time. Great. Here's the link to those SimBrief profiles. So then if the airplane continues to underburn a bit, you can, when you go to your SimBrief profile for that airplane, you can dial it in using the perf factor. So if you're underburning, you'd want to turn it, like lower it number wise. So like for example, in the Phoenix, my Phoenix airplane kept like way underburning. It was not nearly as thirsty as SimBrief was planning. So after several flights and kind of dialing it in, I have the perf factor set to -15 so that it has SimBrief plan less fuel. Man, popping in and out of these clouds. Look at that. It's just. They're just skirting the tops. Rough at 9,000. So you should see that we're going to have some pretty high terrain around us as we get lower and lower. Showing max tops right now are 10,300, so we're just 300 feet above that. Oh shit. Yeah, that'll definitely do it. Cool. Popping in and out. Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. We'll see what happens. Gonna get a little dicey. Alright, so there's 10,000. If we need to turn those lights off for visibility reasons, we will. Engine anti-ice is on. If we start getting actual frozen precip, we'll turn on the wing anti-ice. Alright, so we cross Roy. I'm gonna let the airplane kind of start on that slight left course, just to kind of widen out the turn. We've got some pretty high terrain out over here. We definitely don't want to overshoot too much. So swinging it out wide will help us out with that a little bit. Whoa. Alright, so now let's go 330. So we're getting mild to the left of course. We'll start making a turn towards fans. There we go. So I'll turn to 090. While that's turning, so legs, fans, looks good to me. Execute, LNAV. Alright, so after rough is Euphemy at 8,000 feet. Bottom is bunker 6,000 where our final approach fix is at. So we'll dial it down to 6,000. Wave as you pass. I'm watching tonight from Salt Lake City near University of Utah. Nice. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm sure you're aware, but if not, obviously we're not flying in live weather in Salt Lake. We are using a low visibility preset. Just try to mix things up, make things a little more interesting. Instead of live weather. Still got like freaking 25 miles to go. Super extended downwind. That's okay for an approach like this. Gives ourselves time to get set up, get stable. On both subbeats. Alright. Yoke is captured. Now usually my flying is a lot better in the Airbus. I am a real world flight dispatcher, and my company, we dispatch Airbuses, and so typically I'm flying Airbus and I look a little bit more like I know what I'm doing. I've got the flows and the briefings and the checklists and all that kind of stuff down, whereas this airplane I don't have any of that, so I just kind of wing it. So if you're enjoying the content, hopefully you'll subscribe, and maybe I can impress you a little bit more with Airbus flying than the 7.3. And also, I don't know if you can see it in the background, but we've got a true to scale 1-for-1 Airbus throttle that my good friend and coworker Jim let me borrow. I do have one on order. It's just taking a little while to get here. But it makes, oh man, we're really in some shit. But yeah, it makes the Airbus a little more fun, because obviously the Airbus is a very automated airplane. There's a little less work to do. So I try to counteract that with good peripherals. It's like, are we in hail, or it's supposed to just be fog? Alright, it's on the approach. Flat slope is alive. We've got a 7-mile range ring around the airport. We'll go flaps 1. And usually too, I've got a camera set up on my flight controls. But this was a spur of the moment, sneak out of the bedroom so the girlfriend doesn't get mad kind of stream. So I don't have the other camera set up. Let's go flaps 2. of the spoilers. The flat's coming out. My boy Cabello, what is going on, dude? Thank you for the heart. I heart you too. Prefer the Airbus myself too, but gotta show the 7.3 a little yeah, that's very true. Alright, we're on both autopilots. And we'll go gear down. Arm spoilers. Final approach speed is 117. We'll add 5 to that. Flaps full. Alright, so I don't know this Boeing stuff, but gear down, 3 green, flaps full, auto brake, spoilers are armed. I think we're looking good. Hi Captain, make it a Smith. This might have to be an auto land, if you can't tell. But also, sir, as you can see, I am not a captain. I'm a first officer. I'm allowed to slap that bitch on the runway. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we got icing and everything. Look at that. We got icing on the windshield wiper. That's awesome. See, missed approach altitude 8,100. Seven-mile funnel. If this was an Airbus, I'd be hand flying it right now and not even give a shit. Not doing that in the Boeing. No idea what that means on the PFD, the command bar. But we're just gonna leave the autopilot on. Hopefully that traffic is out the way in case we have to go around, because he's going to be going right over where I'm at. And he's about at the same altitude as the altitude we'll be climbing to.
1,000.
Alright, 5.1 DME. Dude, this is nasty stuff. Oh. Oh. We might actually be able to land it by hand. Alright, auto thrust is off. Feet. 500.
400.
Uh-oh. Glide slope's running away.
300.
It's not good. My airplane, shit, lost it. Why is the, all of a sudden the trim's like way out of whack? Whoa, my lord.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Manual braking. Good God. That's fun. It's tough. So I disconnect the autopilot, and then all of a sudden it's like it's trimming, like the trim was nose up or something. I don't know. It was really weird. Oh, let's clean up right here. Set the parking brake. Cool. Plane does not turn nearly as good on its contaminated surfaces. I don't know what was my landing rate, if you know, Wiley, if you remember. I didn't see it. And theoretically, should have gone around on that. That's the way things were going. But I was scared because I'm not a Boeing guy. Let's go. Intermittent. How about that for visibility? Alpha 11. And ladies and gentlemen, from the cockpit, we're just waiting for our marshalers to get off their ass and get outside and marshal us in. Even though it is cold and snowy, we don't give a shit. We want our employees to get their asses outside and marshal us in. As soon as they get their asses outside and marshal us in, we'll be parking in the gate. Thank you. jetways are messed up. Damn. Make me throw them brakes on. Alright, so let's get the AP on the bus. Shut down them engines. Cool. Let's just see what it does. There's not a jetway there, so I doubt that's going to work, but I was hoping maybe it would force it to do something. Ah, negative 132. Okay, I'll definitely take that. The circumstances that we were facing. So let's see, SimBrief says that we were going to be landing with... Granted, I did tack on 2,000 pounds of extra gas, but it said remaining fuel on arrival, 5.3. We've got 6.7. That's a... Had I put the original fuel, probably would have been a little bit of an overburn, but no biggie. Alright, so now I can tell I'm getting tired. My voice is getting deep. Let's go ground services. So the chocks, press ground power, and we'll just extend the air stairs. Make it an easy day. This was a empty repo, Southwest Flight 9100, so we have no passengers to get off. So we've repoed it over to Salt Lake, so now we'll just shut it down. And call it a day. So ground power is on, AP off. Alright. Well, ladies and gentlemen, how about that for like the first super low visibility Boeing landing that I've done in years. Oh man. Anyways, I don't like this song. Well guys, I greatly appreciate y'all coming to hang out with me tonight or this morning, whatever time it is. It's nighttime feeling to me because I have not gone to bed yet. But anyways, thank y'all so much for... Oh look, this stupid marshalling lady. Look where she parked me. Not even close. Anyways, guys, thank y'all so much for coming to hang out with me. I appreciate y'all. I'm about to go to bed. I've got to get up in about 4 hours to go get a haircut. Nonetheless, thank y'all so much. It's probably going to be... Shit. I don't know. It's going to be a while until I get to stream again. Got some stuff to do. Tomorrow, get ready for vacation. Going on vacation in the next couple days, and then I'll be on the beach for about 8 or 9 days, and then come back. I'll still have some time off once we come back, so I'll be able to stream once I'm back from the beach. But until then, it's going to be a little while. So hope to see y'all soon, and until then, keep it on the wrong side. Y'all have a great day and a great next week and a half till I get to hang out with y'all again. Take care. See ya.